Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. This is Jonathan E. from the Thermopylae Information Network. Google has been busted. Not that that's any big surprise to any of us that have been paying attention. Apparently, it's come out today that Google has been manually manipulating the search results to be able to exclude conservative and other content. Some of this, most of it actually, is probably based off of people who call in a complaint or write in a complaint. So basically we have tattletales, people that are sitting at home, don't have a job, and they get offended by something, they get triggered, and they wind up writing to Google. Google's too stupid to do the research themselves. They just take these people's word for it and go and start manipulating who's going to see what information that you're allowed to see, and infringing on other people's freedom of speech. Google CEO Sundar Pichai gave some testimony recently to Congress. In his congressional testimony, he said certain things. One of them apparently was, quote, "It is in our interest to make sure we reflect what's happening out there in the most objective manner possible. I can commit to you, and I can assure you, we do it without regards to political ideology. Our algorithms do it with no notion of political sentiment." Well, the algorithms may not have any notion of political sentiment, but you've been doing it manually, and obviously that does have a notion of political sentiment. So here's a little more facts for you. This is a list of people that Google had contributed to in the 2018 election. You listen to this list and these numbers and tell me whether or not you think that this guy's telling the truth. Okay? I know Gohmert, Republican congressman from Texas, is talking about bringing Mr. Pichai up on criminal charges for lying in front of Congress. And I agree 100%. Throw his ass in jail. Anybody else lies under oath, they go to jail. I don't care how much money you make, Mr. Pichai. You're in the United States of America. This isn't some foreign country where you just go and throw some money under the table and get away with breaking the law. You need to go to prison. So here's the list. Google contributed money to, these are the top 5 people that Google contributed money to in the 2018 congressional elections. Top recipient was a guy from Texas named Robert Francis O'Rourke. You probably know him better as Beto O'Rourke. I'm not going to use that name for him because that's not his name. His name is Robert Francis O'Rourke, and that's probably what is on his driver's license, because any state I've ever lived in, you have to have your legal name on your driver's license, and I doubt it's Beto. Okay, he received $253,515 from Google. Jackie Rosen, who's a senator from Nevada that I've never heard of before this, and I pay real close attention to politics. She was running against Dean Heller for the Nevada Senate seat. She received $192,087. Doug Jones from Alabama, Democrat, received $153,900. Josh Harder from California received $145,034. Heidi Heitkamp from North Dakota, a Democrat also, received $123,931. That's the top 5 people that Google/Alphabet contributed to. Some other notable people that they contributed to were Democrat from Missouri, Claire McCaskill, $121,005. Kristen Sinema from Arizona, $81,236. Bill Nelson from Florida, $78,780. Every one of these names that I just read off here were all involved in very close and politically consequential races, depending on who was going to control the Senate and who was going to control the House. So there's no agenda here. You just magically, by sheer circumstance, happen to contribute all this money to people that were involved in tight races that could have potentially, influenced the outcome of the congressional elections, especially in the Senate. Now, to be fair here, Google did also contribute money to Robert Francis O'Rourke's, I almost said Beto, Robert Francis O'Rourke's opponent, Ted Cruz. They contributed a whopping $8,500 to Ted Cruz, compared to the $253,515 that they contributed to Robert Francis. All right, that's 3.3% of what they contributed to Mr. O'Rourke. Okay, But there's no political agenda here. Either these people must think that we're 2 fucking years old, that we don't understand this. All right? Google is also a $110.9 billion company. So when you hear these Democrats and other turncoat Republicans talking about how they want to get big money out of politics, well, it didn't stop them from taking any money from a $110 billion company. Apparently they don't consider that big money, do they? Little other fact here. Of all the money that Google gave for the 2018 election, $4.46 million were contributed to Democratic candidates, and $696,000 and some odd change dollars were contributed to Republicans. That's 15%. So of all the money that Google put in there, 15% went to Republicans, 85% went to Democrats. But again, I'm 2 years old and I don't understand, and they don't think that all the rest of us understand. That's called political bias, Mr. Pichai. All right? I don't know who you think you are. Just because you make $100 million a year doesn't mean you can pull the wool over on people like us who work hard for a living. Okay? So please do some checking on this. I'm going to put the link down below for the website where I got this information as far as political campaign contributions. And check it out for yourself. This is Jonathan E. from the Thermopylae Information Network. Please like our channel. Subscribe to our channel. Please like this video and pass this video on to anybody that you think might be interested in the information. And again, as always, we would love to hear your comments. I've gotten some great comments from people, and I really appreciate you taking the time to answer back. Thank you very much.